Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
To all those who are in the sanctuary, and to all our patients, their family members, and even staff who may be watching today. Welcome to our annual Black History Celebration. Today you're in for a treat. We have our own Deidre. Now she's a pastor. Chambers here will be our presenter. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Pastor Deidre Chambers is of Hampton. She's a resident of Halls, Russburg. Deidre earned her BA in psychology at Hampton University and her MDill from Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology at Virginia Union. Deidre is currently working on a doctoral degree in womenist preaching in Memphis Theology School in Memphis, Tennessee. Reverend Deidre is currently a board-certified chaplain with Riverside Hospice, and she is a site pastor at Faith Community Church on the Eastern Shore. She is an author, What the Souls Cry, a playwright, a hero returned and buried, crucified, and resurrected, an actress, theater and film, and a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Her most important role is to her family. Today she has her husband with her and her baby daughter, who she's been married to for 25 years. She now have a new grandbaby. I want them to try to name her, say her kids' names. I may mess it up. Deidre loves to encourage people to never give up because God has insight into our circumstances and a plan for each of us, which is her favorite scripture is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and plans to give you hope and a future. With no further ado, our speaker for today is Chaplain Pastor Deidre Chambers.
Thank you, Chaplain Linda. Good afternoon, Chaplain Wendy Steinberg, and good afternoon to all of you. I'm glad to be here. Again, this is my husband. I should have updated something on the bio. We've actually been married 27 years now. And thank you. And he's so supportive of me, as you see here. Well, I have had the opportunity to sing in church choirs since I was about 5 years old. I remember how I felt when I heard the youth choir sing, and I just couldn't wait to join. At Hampton University, I sang in the university choir and the gospel choir. The rich hymns and spirituals lifted my spirit and encouraged my soul. Later in my adult years, I went from singing in the choir to singing on praise and worship teams to even leading praise and worship. And even being here as a chaplain, often I would sing hymns just to give peace to the people I was serving. As the songs evolved over the years and the way I worship changed, my love for songs that engage our hope for a better future have remained etched in my heart. Today, I'd like to take a few minutes to briefly honor Black women who have raised their voices in our journey of generations past and present. From the hush harbors of the South to the concert halls and cathedrals of today, Black women have lifted their voices as instruments of hope, courage, and deliverance. Their songs were more than melodies. They were maps, testimonies, and prayers. When words could not be spoken, songs spoke. When chains weighed heavy, music set the spirit free. One spiritual rooted in history that I also sang as a child was Wade in the Water. It was believed to have originated in the 19th century, and it was supposed that Harriet Tubman used the song in the Underground Railroad to warn escaping slaves to move off of trailways into waterways to escape the bloodhounds. Gonna trouble the water. See those people dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. They look like the children of the Israelites. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. In the stillness of the night, enslaved women whispered melodies that held secrets within their soul, their sounds. Songs coded with direction, faith, and courage. Songs sung at hush harbors to protect the sacredness of hope. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away, steal away. Oh, I ain't got long to stay here. These spirituals were both sacred and strategic. Every phrase carried double meaning, earthly and divine, survival and salvation. Black women sang to endure the unthinkable, to signal hope and to believe that freedom was possible. And then when freedom came, the songs did not stop. They shifted keys through Reconstruction, through segregation, and into the Civil Rights era. Black women still sang. Women like Fannie Lou Hamer and Nina Simone, who used their music to fight oppression. Their voices carried the unending call for justice. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And this is one of my favorite verses that I hope for today. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall live in peace someday. They truly hoped for peace. They labored for justice with the hope of equity and inclusion of rights in these United States of America. They joined one another arm in arm and sang songs of resistance. They resisted tiredness and weariness to press toward faith. I don't feel always tired. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road generations, our faith still stands, and our struggle is not in vain. And out of that spirit rose a sound that would transform Black sacred music forever, the gospel voice of Mahalia Jackson. Known as the Queen of Gospel, Mahalia's songs carried the power of the pulpit and the tenderness of prayer. With every note, she reminded the world that faith is not just sung, but it is lived. And her voice lifted civil rights rallies and calmed weary marches. It was Mahalia who stirred hearts to keep on believing. How I got over, how I got over. You know my soul looks back and wonders how I got over. Hey, how I got over, how I got over. You know my soul looks back and wonders how I got over. She deeply impacted us with songs like Take My Hand, Precious Lord. She famously sang this in Atlanta, Georgia at the funeral of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on April 9th, 1968. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. Mahalia's legacy opened the doors for countless Black women to use gospel music, not only as worship, but as our witness, declaring that God still moves among his people. That legacy lives on. Today's Black women artists carry the same spiritual fire in new forms. Notes of praise that are modern, mighty, and full of faith. Voices lifted to encourage a generation that God does still care, and God will guide us until the day is done. Voices that ring to the marginalized, giving hope to the hopeless, and reminding them there is still a bright side somewhere. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain, break every chain. watches over us day and night. God has always had a watchful eye over God's children and continues to provide for our needs. And singer Jordan Welch reminds us how much God cares for us. Of doubt, fear, or oppression, no matter who you are. Black women's voices still rise, carrying strength, tenderness, and the unwavering belief in God's power to unite us. They proclaim that God has always taken care of black women just as much as He has taken care of every person of humanity, and God always will. As we honor Black History Month, let us remember the women whose voices turned sorrow into song, whose faith turned pain into praise, and whose legacy continues to lift every voice and sing. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on. Let us march on. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you for taking a walk with me through the voices of Black women in our history from then until now. And I hope that you will join in our voices as we fight for just unity in this world. As Wendy and I were talking a little bit earlier about how important the role of the chaplain is in our world today. in a world of chaos, and in the chaos that people bring to these hospital rooms, they're looking for peace. And I think that as chaplains, we are in a unique position to bring peace into the room. No matter who we are, no matter who they are, we can bring peace. And whether or not they take a sip of that peace is up to them, but it's up to us to bring it. So this is one of the ways I bring it, is using my voice and speaking, and using my voice and singing. And this is me.
Good afternoon. I am Chaplain Wendy Steinberg. I'm the Director of Spiritual Care here, and I think everyone, I can't speak for everyone, but I absolutely loved the presentation, Deidre, and let's give her another round of applause.
Thank you.
And also for Luther, who is over there both on the camera and on the music. Beautiful job. So come on in. We'll welcome you in. We're just getting started. Deidre, you stand in the legacy with your voice.
Thank you.
I'm trying to say that without getting emotional, because I've known Deidre for some time. And she touched my heart today. And I hope she touched each one of yours as well, with the beauty that she brought in, the peace that she brought in, and that we will each be able to carry just a little piece of that with us. When she came into my office just a little while ago, I felt that peace. I know the world impacts all of us. And when we find somebody that can walk into our lives and just hold that peace out for us, and Deidre did that for me today, so thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Wendy.
And we want to give you just a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you. To say thank you for both you and Luther for coming today. And also, I'm sure some of you might have some questions that you want to ask Deidre about her journey. And of course, the patients can't ask questions, but they'll enjoy hearing the questions and the responses. So make sure you speak up loud enough so that the camera can pick up what you're asking. Anybody have anything they'd like to ask more about?
Anything. I'm an open book.
Can you tell us more about what you do with hospice?
Yeah, so with hospice, I have the honor and the privilege to walk with people through a journey, people who have been given a terminal diagnosis in which they could possibly die within 6 months or so. And in this process, I offer spiritual support, however that looks, to wherever a person is in their faith tradition, in their faith walk, in their walk of life period. Whether that means that I'm reading scripture, reading a devotion, saying a prayer, singing a song, watching TV with them because that's all they want in the moment. Or maybe I'm just sitting with someone and holding their hand. Whatever is meaningful and valuable to them in the moment that I'm there with them, that's what I do. I walk with people through that and help them to live while they're living and to hope while they're hoping. Also, I get the opportunity to walk with the family, to be very present with them. I get to talk to a wonderful team, interdisciplinary team, where I learn more about the patient, even some of the diagnoses, maybe some of their social needs. We have meetings every week where we talk about our patients so that we can be one team together wrapped around that patient so that they're not walking alone. So it's truly an honor. Many people say, how do you do that? How do you do hospice? But honestly, it's a beautiful opportunity to just to be, for me, the hands and feet of Jesus in a time that can be so difficult.
I just have a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Although I didn't get to see you, I got to hear you. and I know that voice. And I just want to say thank you, even in you so many levels to you, and I just love that. And whatever your hands touch or whatever is placed in you or on you, you literally exude the love of God, and that's with every single person, and I'm a witness to that. And I wanted to publicly tell you thank you, because you served as both my mom and my dad's chaplain when they were transitioning, and even before that. And so I just want to publicly tell you thank you, and your voice is so melodious. It's kind of like butter and angelic put together. And so as I stood back there and just listened, it calmed me. And it took me back to a time when it calmed my parents. And so I just want to salute you publicly for offering your gifts, your talents, your passion, and your heart, because it is so infectious. And I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. I promise I didn't plant her. but we do know each other well.
I mean, every single word.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So you didn't have it in your Bible for me to read, but tell them when you got started as a chaplain.
I got started with Riverside as a chaplain. I first did my internship in 2018, I believe. And I was in the Northern Neck, so I would drive there to see patients there at the hospital in Tappahannock as well. After that, I actually, what did I do for a little bit? Oh yeah, I worked in hospice for a little bit after that, surprisingly, because once I got my 1 unit, I was able to work in hospice. I started out PRN. In 2 months, I became part-time. Then 2 months after that, I was full-time. But in working that, I knew I wanted to do more. I wanted to start my journey towards becoming board certified. So then I contacted Wendy, and I joined the residence program and loved it. It was challenging. It stretched me. That emergency room is no joke. As you all know. But I truly believed it was my calling. So after that 1 year, Wendy instituted a second year program. And so I got the opportunity to be a second year resident. And then Wendy, first one. And then Wendy was able to position us to have a evening or nighttime chaplain on staff, and I applied, and I got that position. So I worked there for first time as well. And again, it was eye-opening, because we saw how much not just the patients at night needed us, but the staff. And I can honestly say the majority of my time when I did rounds was just ministering to staff. I won't say all of my time, of course, because I saw patients, because patients are up all night. And patients will call all night. And that pager goes off all night. But also, in addition to that, the staff, they just need that support. And so I think it was ingenious. It was very wise of Wendy to institute that position so that we can make a presence at night as well. And then after that, I would still be here if it wasn't for the fact I became a pastor on the Eastern Shore, which requires me to drive an hour and a half, both ways. So, and in that, me following what I feel is God's call on my life, I knew that, in order to have self-care, I needed to have a schedule that would allow for me to do that. So, but the beauty in that is that we still maintain a relationship and still maintain camaraderie and just togetherness in our hope in chaplaincy. So.
Deidre, can you talk about the opportunity you've had to also bless graduation?
Yes. So I have had the opportunity, I believe through Wendy, were you the one who suggested it? Probably. for the graduations for residents in June, I get the opportunity to sing. I sing the national anthem. A couple of times I've been able to sing another song, but the program is growing so much. They're getting so many residents. They're trying to keep a time frame. So now pretty much I sing the national anthem. And again, it's an honor because I still get to be attached to the goings on of the main hospital. So that's been a wonderful thing. And last year, I also got an opportunity to be a part of RALA, which is our Riverside Emerging Leaders Academy, in which they provided training and opportunities for us for leadership. I can honestly say that my tenure here at Riverside has been wonderful. Riverside has been good to me. And I appreciate every opportunity that they've given me here to learn and to grow. I also got to do a spiritual wellness training for some residents, just to train in taking time for themselves and to care. Because as internal medicine residents, it can be overwhelming. So just to give them some tips and ways that they can tap into their spiritual selves and woosah, because they don't get breaks in the day. It's for them. And with hospice, I've been able to institute something that's called Creative Connections for the spiritual support team, where we try once a month to create an atmosphere of creativity. They have different stations where they can do creative things, and then we're open for them to come and talk with us. We can pray with them. We've made candles. What else have we made? We've made a couple of things. Yeah, we've cut out flowers, and we've written haikus. What else? We've done, made banners. We have a book where we can just write our thoughts. We made something else, I can't remember. But anyway, we just, and I try to make the atmosphere beautiful and to smell good, so that when they are walking down the hall, they can smell it and know that they're coming into almost a sanctuary. Because for the nurses and the social workers and the chaplains, we're on the go so much. So to have an opportunity just to come in for a minute and just sit. Oh, we made bracelets, hope bracelets, that's what it was. So.
I have a question. Do you do anything special for your patients sometimes when they pass with their families? Do they call you?
Yes. Often I have been called to do the eulogies for funerals. And that has truly been also an honor for me to just see how God shows up in the lives of people and to be able to encourage the families and friends through God and their lives. So, thank you, sir.
That's good.
I'm curious if and how you incorporate your music into preaching at your church.
Well, yes, I do. I may sing with the praise and worship team sometimes, but sometimes if the spirit is high and before I even preach, sometimes I feel a song downloaded in my spirit, and I will sing a song, and definitely ending a sermon if something is there. If I feel a connection, I do. Mm-hmm. I can't run away from it. Mm-hmm.
Deidre, what's next in your future? What are your hopes and your dreams?
Well, I'd like to teach. I'm not sure what that will look like, whether that be, a chaplain educator, perhaps. Maybe even to teach on the college level. I'm loving the program that I'm in now, Womanist Preaching. It has opened my eyes so much and helped me to understand a new lens to look at the Bible, to look at the voices that are not as quickly amplified in sermons. And those are the stories I love to tell. So that and to incorporate storytelling from a faith-based aspect in theater and in film. My husband and I were able to release 2 short films this past holiday, one at Thanksgiving and one at Christmas. And we're currently working on one for Easter. So pray for us that we get it done before Easter. But creative arts, that's my heart. And I feel that there's an opportunity for a lot of ministry through creative arts. Anybody else? I'm open book. It's going like this though, I'm about to close. But thank you so much. I appreciate the questions and your attention and just the encouragement even in your faces. So thank you so much.
Deidre, thank you so much for coming today. Luther, thank you so much for coming and blessing us with your presence. We love you, and we hope you will continue to come back for us and
For sure.
help us celebrate a very, very important month of Black History Month. And I am so grateful that we have the honor and the privilege to celebrate in this day and age and to continue to celebrate. And I plan to do it as long as I'm here.
Thank you.
So thank you to everyone who came in person. We're glad you all were here. And thank you everyone who has joined us online. I hope you have enjoyed today's presentation of Song, Hope, and Joy.